Hi, this is Russell with Community Financials, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some news in the HOA and Condo software space, and that is that TOPS Pro and TOPS IQ are being discontinued by the end of this year. So what does that exactly mean? It means that the software company is no longer going to make investments to update and change the software. And it means that there could be security risks. It could mean that if you run into bugs, that you're not going to be able to get them addressed. It could mean, more frustration for a community board that doesn't need frustration. So TOPS Pro and TOPS IQ were probably by market share the largest software program used in the United States. And so there's a significant number of communities running this software. The software was good, and it was stable. It had a lot of features. You can add some features to the basic, accounting and property management for your community, and it was relatively cheap. It had an annual fee instead of a monthly fee that newer softwares have today. So, why is this something that you want to be thinking about now? Well, because they're discontinuing service and support and maintaining this software by the end of this year. You got to come up with an alternative. So TOPS was developed in the early 2000s, and for TOPS Pro, and TOPS IQ came out a little bit later. And but both of them are desktop-based software. And so that means that there's going to be there's no automatic updates, although they do some patches every once in a while. And then there's limited accessibility to the software, unlike cloud-based software. So there's some other flaws about the software versus newer software, and that is it's not browser-based. So one, ease of access for homeowners, board members, and staff. Two, security updates happen more frequently. Three, you don't have servers or desktop applications that could be hacked, and so there's built-in security there. And additionally, there are features with being able to integrate with more programs in the industry so that they all kind of link up. So banking programs and other things that make kind of routine workflows in the software easier to do. There's no, native kind of portal for document storage or for homeowners to view their account payments online. There's no storing an email to a homeowner's account, so there's no, it's difficult to track whether the email was read or bounced in the software, or you can't get that. There are some things that make it more difficult for running your community. There were good things about the software. Like I said, it was stable and it ran for a long time. But I think that if you are looking for what's available in the market today, you should be happily surprised by what you can find. You've got also mobile, in addition to what I said before, there's mobile apps that make things easy that people want to see. There's, like I said, document storage, communication tools, so you can send email blasts or text message blasts out to homeowners. So it can really change the way that the board operates and performs its duties and make their job easier. So what are a couple of the ways that, when you're looking at coming up with what you're going to do next, if you're on TOPS Pro, it would say that you can either, one, you're going to look for an alternative software yourself to use, learn the software, make the transition to the new software. Two, you might look to work with an accounting firm like ours that includes software, and we think that we've got probably the easiest to use software which requires fewer logins for board members, and also the tools themselves are more intuitive than most property management software. And then also, if you're using a property management company, you can see if they're making a change to a better software that's not going to be so complicated for you. So there's a couple of ways to go. When you look at, our firm, for instance, looked at the software on the market probably 2 years ago, because the software we were using, which was Tops One and Caliber at the time, or Front Steps, were good software programs, but it was also required a number of logins for the boards to be able to conduct board business, because it's meant, and they're designed for property managers. So they needed to, if you want to access the violations or architectural review, you need an additional login as a property manager. Sometimes they didn't pull in banking information, so you needed to log in to your banks instead of seeing it all in one place, and communication tools as well. So those are some of the things that you can get in when we went out to market, we looked for features to improve that experience and also make sure that the software is easy to use. So I encourage you to demo it, take a look at some demo videos, and see if the software is easy to use. Because, if you're a board member or a property manager, you don't want to be spending your time learning about software. You want it to be easy to use. And if there's turnover in the board, you also want the new board members to be able to get the most out of the software without having a frustrating experience. So anyway, there's some good alternatives on the market. Many of them are meant for large-scale management companies, so they're more complicated and more complex. Some of them are now being, now dated software themselves, and the graphical user interface is not as up to date, or they don't provide good support. So you've got to be kind of do your homework if you're looking for additional software, new software to take the place of Tops Pro and Tops IQ. So anyway, I just wanted to give this quick video. I'm going to put a link in the video description about to a blog post that we did that goes into much more detail than I'm going to do on this video. But I wanted to make this video to kind of go over the news of Tops Pro and Tops IQ being discontinued, and what that means, and some alternatives, and just sort of things that you can look for when you're looking into alternatives. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.